Hello, everyone. We're going to go over the lesson for my favorite things. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this lesson, our favorite things, movies, food, books, just stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started on this lesson. I'm going to first start with the question, of course, and our question is, what's your favorite kind of? And then we want to put a favorite thing in here, such as movies or food or books or music. And there's a host of other things that you can also say, but I would say these four types of things are the most common. Now, the first thing we want to look at is we got kind of, and when we're using kind of, we're just talking about the type of, what like for movies, we have different types of movies like action. We got the scary movies. We got dramas, documentaries, and for food, it's different kinds of food. There's Mexican food, Indian food, Korean food, Chinese food. So just remember that kind of is a way that we kind of categorize we categorize things. So what's your favorite kind of favorite thing? So I'm just gonna stick with movies. I love movies. So what's your favorite kind of movie? So what's your favorite kind of movie? So I'm not asking you what's your favorite movie. I'm asking you the type of favorite movie. So in this case, we can give the answer I like. Now, when someone asks me what's your favorite food or whatnot, I usually just answer with I like. I like Mexican food. Um, now you can also start your sentence with using, my favorite. My favorite kind of food is Mexican food. You can answer it that way as well. So what's your favorite kind of movie? Let me go ahead and continue on here. So I can say I like action. I love action movies. I like action movies. You can say I like action. You don't have to add movie at the end here, but I'm just gonna put movies at the end. I like action movies. I like action movies. And right here, I'm going to say for action, the movies would be optional. So I like action movies. Now, if I ask, what's your favorite kind of food? I like Mexican food. So I can say, I like Mexican food. And for Mexican food, I can make food optional. I can say, I like Mexican. For music, you've got pop music seems to be a lot of people's favorite kind of music. So I can say I like pop music or I like pop. For books, books are going to be a little tricky. Um, for instance, we have biographies. We're just gonna say I like biographies, but it's gonna be a little awkward to say I like biography books. So, especially with biography, don't use books at the end. Then, of course, for books, we got fiction, nonfiction, fantasy. You can say I like fiction books, I like nonfiction books. Fantasy, if you like Harry Potter, you can say I like fantasy books. That would be okay, but biographies are kind of the one that it's not going to be, we're really not going to say biography books. So do remember that little tip. And I do want to say that books tend to be a little bit of the trickiest, kind of those are a little bit of the hardest. Yeah, they're a little hard. So let's go ahead and move on. A person may ask you the reason. Okay, what's your favorite kind of movie? I said I like action movies. Okay. So a person may ask, why do you like action movies or why do you like action? So in this case, if they answer that, if they ask you that question, now my answer would be I like action movies. Now, if I like action movies, my friend may want to ask me the reason why that I like action movies, and that's why we have this question. Why? Why do you like action movies, or why do you like action? In this case, usually when answering a question that starts with why, we want to start our question with because. So I can say because that would be the first word in my response. Why do you like action movies? And if you ask why do you like action movies, this is going to be that's going to be a plural subject. I want to say there. And of course, there is they are. So because there, and then you want to give kind of a reason. Why do you like action movies? Because they're exciting. Now, it's going to be very important to remember because, as I said earlier, I can say I like action movies. This is going to be plural, so that's why we're using there. Now, if I said I like action, the person may follow up with why do you like action? So if they say why do you like action, action is going to be a non-count. That's going to be a non-count noun, an uncountable noun. So let me just write action here. So action is a genre. This is going to be a type of movie, a kind of movie. So why do you like action? And this case, I'm going to take away there, and I'm going to write it's, which means it is exciting. Why do you like action? Because it's exciting. So the same thing would apply also to music. What's your favorite kind of music? I like pop music. Music is uncountable. So we want to say it's. Why do you like pop music? Because it's pleasant. Why do you like pop? Pop, that's a kind of, that's a category because it's pleasant. Now with books, biographies. What's your favorite kind of book? I like biographies. This is plural. So why do you like biographies? Because they're interesting. So you really have to listen to the person's question and understand whether they're using a countable noun or non-countable noun. So you can use the correct pronoun and be verb in your answer. I'm just going to do one more with food. Food is uncountable. What's your favorite kind of food? I like Mexican food. Why do you like Mexican? Because it's delicious. So just do remember that. Then it can be a little tricky, countable and uncountable nouns. I do understand that, but you have to be very careful. And we do talk about this some in the talking tips, so you can consult your talking tips if you have any more questions about that countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, now we're going to move forward, and the next question we've got in our dialogue is what's your favorite type and then the favorite thing. So I was mentioning movies earlier. So this is when we're asking, what's your favorite type and favorite thing? And this is where you can answer my favorite. So I'm going to go back to action movies. What's your favorite action movie? What's your favorite action movie? In this case, we can say maybe The Terminator. So the Terminator is a very good action movie. So what's your favorite action movie? My favorite action movie is, and then we want to give the title or the name. So my favorite action movie. So we got the type here with action, and we got the favorite thing with movie. My favorite action movie is, then I can write the title of the movie. My favorite action movie is The Terminator. Now, when you answer this, you can also just say The Terminator. You can just give the name, or you can give the title of the movie or the book, or you can give the name of the musician or the name of the food that you like. So yes, this right here is just an example. Now we're going to do a couple of more variations here. Let's say, what's your favorite Mexican food? What's your favorite Mexican food? My favorite Mexican food is tacos. I can say that. What's your favorite biography? I don't say book after biography. I'm just going to say, what's your favorite biography? My favorite biography is Into the Wild. So, again, when we're using biography, we don't need to use our favorite thing. So don't say biography book. Now, if I said this, what's your favorite nonfiction book? Then I can say my favorite nonfiction book is Into the Wild. Um, and what do we have last? Music. Music. Okay, music is going to be a little different as well with the question and answer here. So I'm going to start from the top again. What's your favorite kind of music? Um, I like pop music. Why do you like pop music? Because it's pleasant. Now, in this case, with pop music, these are going to be people that sing the songs and they make the music. So whenever you're asking about someone's favorite musician, you need to get rid of what's, and you need to replace that with who, or whose, I'm sorry. Who's your favorite? Now I said pop. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to write the word pop here. Who's your favorite pop? And now I'm just going to use the word artist. Artist is pretty general. This can mean painters and musicians. So yes, who's your favorite pop artist? Who's your favorite pop artist? Then I can say my favorite pop artist is Michael Jackson. So I can say that. My favorite pop artist is Maroon 5. So yes, that the sentence structure is going to change a little bit with music. So just keep that in mind when you're asking somebody who their favorite artist pop musician is. Use whose. Who's your favorite pop artist? Who's your favorite rock artist? Who's your favorite hip hop artist? Who's your favorite K-pop artist? And then, of course, you can answer my favorite K-pop artist is Psy. So do remember that. It is a little tricky, and you can look at your talking tips and as well as your lesson wrap up. We will review over this in the lesson wrap up, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so now we have just established asking the question, what's your favorite kind of favorite thing? So now we're going to ask for additional information, and that's what we are going to do with this question. So this question here, it reads, do you have any other favorite kinds of, and then of course the favorite thing. So what did we do a little earlier? We asked, what's your favorite kind of movie? And I say, I like action movies. What's your favorite action movie? My favorite action movie is The Terminator. So at this point, you know that I do like action movies, so you may want to get the additional information from me, and that's why we're using any other favorite kinds of. So, and of course, yes, I'm gonna like different types, different kinds of movies. So, do you have any other favorite kinds of movies? Well, in this case, we have several different kinds of movies, so I can say comedies. Maybe I really like comedies. So in this case, I can say I like. Oh, I need to use my black marker. I like comedies. So comedy is we you can say comedy movies or just comedies. I'm just gonna write comedies just because it comes natural to me. But you can say comedy movies. So I like comedy. I like comedies. I like comedies. And here at the end of the sentence we got as well. This is like to, the TOO to, in which it expresses in addition to. So in addition to action movies, I like comedies. That's what I'm trying to say in the sentence. Do you have any other favorite kinds of movies? Yes, I like comedies as well. I like comedies as well. Um, so again, with music, do you have any other favorite kinds of music? Yes, I like rock music as well, or I like rock as well. Do you have any other favorite kinds of food? Yes, I like Indian as well. Do you have any other favorite kinds of books? Yes, I like nonfiction books as well. So, yeah, there's several different variations in which you can use with this. Now, if I only watch action movies are my favorite. I don't watch comedies, I don't watch dramas, I don't watch romance, I don't watch any of that. I just watch action. In that case, I can answer no. I only like action movies, or I only like action. But I'm pretty sure you will never, I don't think you will ever use this, but still, using only, that just kind of means there's only one type of thing that you like. That's why we're using the word only. Um, so yes, that is, if you do want to say no. Do you have any other favorite kinds of books? No, I only like biographies. Do you have any other favorite kinds of food? No, I only like Mexican food. Do you have any other kinds of favorite music? Do you have any other favorite kinds of music? No, I only like pop music. So this just kind of narrows down your answer to something that's just very specific. So that is going to conclude this lesson on my favorite things. Be sure to watch the lesson wrap up, in which we will add a few new points in. And thank you very much for following along.